Federal health officials say as many as 1 million Americans may have been infected with the AIDS virus, and more than 12,000 are expected to develop the deadly disease next year. Now, that would double the number of cases since 1981 nationwide. Here at home, the dramatic hearings concerning a child with AIDS attending school in Queens continue. The protests seem to be quieting down, but there was a lot of confusion today about a surprising statement by that child's lawyer yesterday. Barbara Laskin reports.
I don't want any of you to assume that my client has AIDS. We'll come to that later.
Again today, there was more doubt cast as to whether or not the plaintiff in this case has AIDS. On the witness stand, Dr. Ari Rubenstein, a renowned figure in AIDS treatment, who said he knew of no child with AIDS who had ever shown improvement after being diagnosed. This seems to contradict the findings of the city's special panel, which allowed an AIDS child to continue at school because that child had shown improvement.
The doctor on the stand this afternoon said that if certain facts were correct, he would question whether the child originally ever had AIDS.
To these parents who hold vigils here every day, the question is not about one AIDS child anymore, though, but about the future. A group from a parent federation representing 25 Queens schools has started to circulate this sign, and they admit the testimony has been both enlightening and troubling.
Some of what I've heard, it's a little scary, it's confusing, and some of it is a little reassuring. Some of it, I think if people got the facts and understood exactly what AIDS was and the difference, then maybe it would help.
The facts may also help this man, Daryl Yates Rist. He's a journalist, he's gay, and he's thankful the world's finally taking notice of a disease that has killed so many.
You know, I would like to be very angry, and I think there's a level at which I am very angry about that. That just because my friends and I are gay, if we are affected by this disease, that no one really cares, that it seems that we deserved it, so let us die. On the other hand, I realize that gay men are no different from the rest of the world. When there are diseases affecting other people and not them, they don't care so very much either. So it's human nature, and I don't like it, but there's not a lot you can do about it.
The irony of the day came far away at City Hall, where Mayor Koch calmly announced that he was appointing a second panel comprised of doctors to complement the decisions of the first one. Under state law, AIDS is not considered a communicable disease. It must, however, be reported to authorities, and that can be kept confidential. It's expected that Judge Hyman will rule on that very issue of whether or not the disease is communicable and whether or not the child who has it should be isolated. From Queens Supreme Court, I'm Barbara Laskin, Channel 5 News.
And in New Jersey, officials say that they will allow school superintendents to suspend students, teachers, or other staff who are suffering from AIDS.